I'm Terrence James, you're watching another episode of Neutral Reviews, where we do real reviews for real decisions. And today is our very first video of 2023, and we are going to look at our top 5 vehicles that we are most excited about reviewing this year. In reality, probably only a couple of those will actually get the review, considering one of them, spoiler alert, is the 2023 Ford GT, the new Mark IV. Very exciting car. Anyway, let's get started. So let's get started with the all-new, fully redesigned 2024 Ford Mustang. Now, at a quick glance, it doesn't look a lot different because they've kept that side profile on there, that classic shape of the Mustang, especially in recent generations. However, if you look closely, that front grille especially, what they've done is they've tried to make that grille look a lot more like the 1964, which had a very muscular look to it with that angle being wider, curled down a little bit. They've tried to do that as well. Now, they've also extended the back trunk as well, not just for more space, actually for downforce, because they're taking things with performance very serious in this price class with this vehicle, because it's going to need to be able to keep that power down for a 486 horsepower Ford GT base model. And when I say base, like the GT, we're not talking, you know, GT 500s or anything. That's pretty amazing. But speak of 500, it's actually going to have 500 horsepower in a dark horse mode for that 5-liter GT, which is pretty amazing. And actually, there's a key fob where you can rev that thing up and scare your neighbors and do some party tricks. But of course, it's valve, so you can keep it quiet if you want. And when we're talking about performance, they actually have a drift brake on this thing, which is incredible, an actual drift brake. When we come into the interior, now we've gone to of course, the digital display. It's beautiful, it's huge, it's dual. It's focused on the driver, the way it curls around. However, when it comes to a nostalgic vehicle like this in design, you lose a lot of that individual look that draws you back to that original. However, what they've done is they've included some fun in those gauges, and as you can see, even have a Fox body in there, and they say that they'll put all different kinds on there as well. So it looks like it's going to be a very exciting, incredible vehicle. Mustangs are always a lot of fun to drive for the price point, and this one looks like it won't disappoint. And we look at that all-new 2023 Toyota Prius Prime, the new plug-in hybrid. It is pretty exciting, and one of the reasons is a lot of people would never be interested in that vehicle 20 years ago. How about 25 years ago? Because when it came out, it was ugly on purpose, because people just wanted to show the world that they were different and they cared about the planet and they wanted to be noticed. Now they want to be noticed, and they want to be noticed for saving the planet, but with a good-looking vehicle, because everybody is moving towards EV, of course. So now it's quite the opposite, and it is pretty good looking. Not only is it better looking than it was before, but it's also bigger. In many ways, it's going to be wider and longer, but it's actually a little bit lower to get that cool, sleek design, and they've kind of moved things to the back a little bit. So compromise the space a little bit, but it is a pretty sharp looking vehicle for sure. And not only does it look good, but they've actually increased a lot of the performance as well. So you've increased the hybrid technology on that vehicle. We have a better battery, lithium battery on there. So you're actually looking on this vehicle that you're going to get about 57 miles per gallon combined on that incredible amount of range. Like I said, you got that plug-in hybrid, so if you're a city slicker, you can drive around and not use any gas, you know, as long as you keep under that range amount, where you still have that amazing hybrid engine that they've made famous to get you on the go. And we talk about on the go, 6.8 seconds 0 to 60, which is incredible, because the Prius was known for being one of the slowest vehicles around before. But one of the things that the Prius has always been known for, besides that hybrid technology and good fuel economy, is safety. And of course, this vehicle is increased in safety. It has all kinds of different passive and active systems. You've got a full safety suite on there with increased technology, including body rigidity and things like that. But also, what made that vehicle important at the time was it's always a leader in technology. This is no different here. So you've got a cloud-based, upgraded infotainment on there, 12.3 inch, very beautiful. A lot of connectedness to that as well. Now, a lot of people necessarily like this. It's like the new Solterra I just did, and the new equivalent for Toyota for that vehicle. But you're also looking at that heads-up display on there. So with that heads-up display, you can get hidden a little bit by the steering wheel, but it does look pretty neat. It does look futuristic, and if you're the right height, it works pretty well as well. Now, it has the JBL upgraded premium sound system, and of course, as you go up the ladder in options, there's not much that the vehicle does not have. Cargo space is really decent as well, and you can actually use your key to start the vehicle, which is pretty cool. You don't even need to bring a key with you. So now let's look at another electric vehicle. Now next is that very exciting 2024 Volvo EX90, which is kind of the next iteration of the XC90 Recharge, rebranded and redone, and it is actually really incredible looking vehicle. Very excited about this one. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do it, as we did an XC90 Recharge last year, but this one looks like it's ground up. They say that it is the safest Volvo yet, and their focus as usual is on the protection of the people, the environment, but also giving the people a lot of comfort and convenience and freedom as they travel, with knowing that they're in a very safe and efficient vehicle. And that's what this seems. Very exciting. It looks like you're going to have 600 kilometers worth of range, which is incredible on a giant vehicle like that. Also, it has a quick charge for about 10 minutes. You can get about 180 kilometers worth of range. So again, that's really good. Very quick to get you on the go and probably home. What else is exciting about that vehicle? It has cameras and LiDAR sensors, and all different kinds of technologies it's employing on that, in order that it can actually see in the dark. I can't remember if it was 200 and some odd meters or feet, but even if it was feet, it seems like it's got a lot of perspective and a lot of sensibility around it to make sure that it keeps you as safe as possible. Of course, it has all of Volvo's full safety suite, things like your lane keep, blind spot monitoring, all that type of thing, but it's actually been enhanced even further this year on that vehicle. This is going to be their flagship vehicle, this one, and very, very exciting. They're going to offer it in a 7-seater as well, so it looks like it's very spacious, and it's incredible. Not only is it an electric vehicle, but kind of like that Ford Lightning pickup truck where they kind of raised the bar. This looks like they're going to do something similar in the luxury segment, because you can actually cross-plug this in. So if you had a little charge in yours and somebody else needed a little juice, you could hook yours up to theirs and give them a boost, if you will, but electric-wise, and you can connect them together like a generator, and you can power a lot of your devices and things from it. So it looks like a very, very exciting vehicle that hopefully we'll get a chance to do. So let's look at our second to last vehicle. This is a very exciting 2023 Dodge Hornet little SUV crossover that is a plug-in hybrid. It looks, especially the RT version, hopefully we'll get our hands on it, has 285 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque with a 25 horsepower overboost button, which is pretty exciting for the domestic market for sure, if it's anything close to the marketing. All-wheel drive, as we said, plug-in hybrid with around 50 kilometers worth of charge to get you around town, so you probably won't need to use any of that gasoline engine unless you're really pushing it in town, but still have that confidence to go on a long trip. No range anxiety there. And it looks like it's got all kinds of technology. You got the Uconnect, which works well in those products, and all kinds of connectivity, things like that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really, really fun vehicle, and we're excited to try that, and hopefully a good price point for EV for the rest. And last but not least is that very exciting 2023 Ford GT Mark IV. This thing is super exciting. The Ford GT has never been one for compromise, always really a race car built for the street, and this thing takes it up a notch because it is in a very exclusive 67 only, hand-built, purpose-built track edition vehicles. It's keeping that EcoBoost twin turbo V6 cranked up to 800 horsepower, actually has a race car transmission, this new adaptive suspension with similar type technology that you would use if you wanted to be racing, to keep this thing hunkered down. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Very specific aero on this car, again, without compromise, to make this thing as much of a race car as possible. It's very, very, very exciting vehicle that we're looking forward to. I'll probably fall over if we're able to review that one, because there's only one of 60, or there's only 67 coming, and they're all hand built, and they're $1.7 million MSRP. So who knows what they will actually sell for. Very exciting. As we said, we hope to review some of these. Hopefully we'll get our hands on one of those Hornets, the new EX90, the new Prius Prime as well, and maybe even one of those new Mustangs. Very exciting year to come, and thank you for your support. As always, to all of our subscribers, we are monetized fully now, and we hope to have a big 2023. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.